A pleasure to meet all at last, and wouldn't you know, it's been about 3 years since I had last done I Found It First. This of course is a unique nostalgia trip in which that I take people back to the many events that had unfolded across the social network, especially when it comes to the olden days of my YouTube channel. And while I've had 2 seasons, both of which have had their level of feedback, positive and or negative, I feel like that with all the new stuff that has been put together since then, it might as well be about time to try out a 3rd season. And well, today is June 25th, 2025. And from here on out, you can expect a good amount of episodes to work with. So, what I will say is that first of all, I have closed down my Instagram account as of January 2025. But before I did that, I made sure to save as much material as I could. Photos, videos, etc. There's a lot of historical significance that I found within, including the fact that a lot of May 2017 Orlando, Florida trip videos were in there. And while unfortunately, while Twitter had those as well, ever since I took down my first account in 2019, they unfortunately could not be salvaged. So they're mostly just still photos that are still on my hard drive. However, since Instagram had a few of those, why don't we go ahead and get started with one of them right now.
Oh man.
And well, as you can pretty much tell, this is basically just the beginning of what I expect to be a somewhat big season worth of this sort of content. But fear not, because while Instagram has had a lot of videos over the years, there will still be other videos that have come around from other sources. A lot of which were old pieces that I've had on my cloud, my phone, or even if you might remember when I had tablets. But I can also point out that there were some older cameras that I've had over the years that, if you might remember from when before I made the first season of I Found It First, there actually were cameras that still had videos on them. And likewise, I managed to do the same thing with other cameras of mine. And so, for the first episode of I Found It First, this is a good way to start things off.